The most unique relationship that I share with this in this world is with myself. Yes, it has the most amazing, beautiful, sincere duty to wake me up at 12 o'clock every night and ask me, do you remember this embarrassing moment? Do you remember this comment that this person passed on this particular time of this day, of this week, of this month, of this year? And there goes my sleep. How many of y'all relate with this? Please raise your hands. I mean, overthinking. Every one of us do that, right? What was I thinking? I don't know. So will that moment or will that thought define me? We'll find out. So will the relationship between me and myself remain that strong? Yes, absolutely. I love it. Our life journey is that of a really simple one. As a child, we are like a free bird, soaring in the sky without any worry, any burden, or any sort of expectation from the societies. No overthinking at all. All we cared about was getting good grades and being a goody pants to our parents, right? As we transcend into teenagehood, what happens? Or what changes? Our hormones? Our mood? Or maybe it's the way we take every single comment and every single expectation from the society. We start to care about every little thing they say. In other words, we try to fit ourselves into that one mold that this society has created for hundreds and millions of people around us. I'd like to ask a question here. What is the relationship with yourself? Or in other words, how will you define yourself? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's been a really great pleasure to be here speaking on this stage. Be yourself. The rest are all taken. It's a beautiful quote by Oscar Wilde. Well, till now, I must have sounded like the most narcissistic person and self-centered person. But the impact that I intend to cause is something totally different. In fact, this message that I intend to portray is absolutely necessary for today's era and today's society. Now, our society loves to take offense. It loves to judge us, right? Agree or not, that is the harsh reality. While browsing through the alleyways of social media, under every post, under every reel, a little war runs in the comment sections. Let me just summarize those comments for you, okay? Basically, if you're plus-sized, then you're unhealthy. If you're thin, then you're still unhealthy. If you're promoting working out, then you're promoting body shaming. If you don't, then you're promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. If you wear makeup, you're attention-seeking. If you don't, then you're a pick-me. If you have a loud personality, then you're dominant and bossy. If you have a silent personality, then you're really manipulative. If you style your Western outfits, then you're not embracing your roots. If you opt for traditional ones, flaunting them, then you're just backwards. So many opinions, so many views, so many perspectives. People are doing everything in their hands to change themselves. Ever heard of deepfake? The AI apps like those are now used to change other people's faces and their features. But who knows? It might be used in the future, and it's still used now to change our own, facial features and all that. We are hiding behind filters, photoshops, and AI apps such to change our facial features and skin tone from pale to tan and pale to tan. Who are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? Is hourglass body shape the only beautiful body shape in the world? No. Is this concept that complicated? It's actually really simple. We are seeking validation from a society which changes its perspectives, views, and opinions every 10 years, all the way from boomers to 90s, to millennials, to Gen Z. Marcus Aurelius in his books Meditations quotes that whatever we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Whatever we see is a perspective, not the truth. So what should we do? We should be doing what is right, and what is for the well-being of us. Stay true to our principles. Never change ourselves for others. Never change your personality, but instead update it to the best version of itself, such that it's put to good use. Invest in yourself, such that 20 years down the road, you are proud of what you did, and you can contribute back to the same society which tried to put you down. Let me just narrate a little story here. It's really simple. So in an auditorium like this, a speaker was speaking to about 200 people. Okay? To start off his speech in a really intriguing way, he took out a $20 bill from his pocket. Just imagine I'm holding a $20 bill, okay? And he asked them, who wants this $20 bill? And all 200 hands went up. Now, he took that $20 bill, crumpled it in his hand, and showed it to them again. Who still wants this $20 bill? And still all 200 hands went up. Now, he took that crumpled $20 bill, shoved it on the floor, stamped on it. Now it was all unappealing, dirty, and whatever you could say, right? He took that $20 bill, he showed it to the audience again and said, who still wants this $20 bill? And all 200 hands still went up. He portrays a really beautiful message through this story, all right? He says, no matter how unappealing, how dirty that $20 bill was, you all still wanted it because you all knew the value of the bill was $20. Similarly, no matter how much the circumstances, no matter how much the people around you, the society pushes you down, shoves you down, stamps on you, makes you crumpled, makes you dirty, you never lose your value. You should first realize that you never decrease in value, right? All this ultimately comes down to self-love. Self-love is an 8-lettered word which teaches us 800 possibilities to live our life. Through the development of a society, through the development of technology, we have a wider acceptance of this area. But why is it still not that deep-rooted in our minds as it should be? Is the technology that we are developing causing all this self-love crisis around here? It is a double-edged sword, definitely. The global report introduced by the body soaps in the year 2021 says that in its self-love crisis index, 1 in 2 women have more self-doubt than self-love. And 60% of the women want more respect for themselves. Right? So what is the first step in solving this? Please, anyone take a guess? Let me just say it then. The first step in solving this is acknowledging, saying thank you when someone compliments you. When someone says, oh, you're really beautiful. Oh, you're really smart. You say thank you. Not, oh, I'm actually not that beautiful. I'm actually pretty dull. No, you don't become arrogant by accepting something that was meant for you. Neither do you become humble by degrading your value in front of others. Yes, we are terrible. Yes, we might be flawed. But so are the hundreds of billions of people around the world, right? So work on your stronger areas and accept your flaws. Basically, for my fellow Gen Zs out there, I'll explain it in more Gen Z terms, okay? Bro, sis, you are the GOAT. You're super dank. And you're giving off really amazing vibes, which basically means you are the greatest of all time, you are high quality, and you're giving out a lot of positive vibrations. So, the right opportunities and the right people will knock on your door at the right time when they realize your value. It's almost like when a baby comes out into this world, right? It cries. But do we consider that as a flaw? In fact, it is the sweetest sound to a mother. Similarly, the right people will always recognize you. The right opportunities will always knock on your door at the right time. So let me just, say a simple anecdote of a really successful woman out there. She was born a fighter. She was, blinded shortly after her birth, visually impaired, which led her to facing discrimination from her society. And she wanted to solve the daily problems, the daily discriminations that her fellow impaired people faced. What she did, she traveled around, spending more time with visually impaired people. She learnt from them, and she started a mobile blind school in 2012. which is now a fully funded, a highly impactful organization. Yes, I'm talking about Tiffany Brar, the founder of Jyotirgamaya Foundations. She broke stereotypes, she broke barriers just for the identity of her people. She faced all those, but she still didn't give up on herself. She believed in herself. That led to all these awards, and she even got the name Courageous Daughter of India by the Indian president. So, what should we learn from this? If people like her, if inspiring people like her could do it, why not us? Right? We, when we look around, we see a lot of startups, successful startups at our younger age, amazing talents, renowned writers, musicians. People are succeeding at an early age. If you feel overwhelmed by this, rather than getting inspired by this, trust me, I've been there too. If it makes you think, oh, I have not done anything in my life yet. Oh, this is too overwhelming for me. I have no talent. I have absolutely nothing to do now. What am I going to do? I have no place to start. Trust me, I've been there too. It's overthinking. Don't do it. We all have a place to start. I'm like you all as well. Just that all I did was to start here, right on this platform, and I have a long way to go. Today, today, when I stare into the mirror, I look deep into my eyes and just say three things to myself. Just three things. I am the best. This is a better version of me than yesterday. The third one is, I did this all by myself. I, me, myself. I ask again, what is the relation between yourself and you? Or in other words, how do you define yourself?